Assalamu alaikum viewers, how are you all? I hope you are all fine. So today we have to discuss what is subject, verb and object. Today we will discuss the difference between subject, verb and object. So now look at the board. There is the word subject written, and then there is the word verb written, and then there is the word object written. So it is subject, it is verb and it is object. So what is subject? Subject means doer of action and verb means action being done. Object means receiver of action. So we have now discussed about it that subject is doer of action, verb is action and receiver of action is called object. So how will we come to know the difference between subject and object? So we have an example written on the board. So look at this example. John talks to Sam. Here we have two persons who are sitting. First person is John and second person is Sam. So they are two friends. John talks to Sam and Sam talks to John. So here look at the board that John, it is subject because John talks. Here John is talking, so John is subject. Sam is object because Sam is silent and Sam is being talked by John. So the word talks, the action is talk, so talks is verb. So this is verb. So we have an example that John talks to Sam. So here Sam is object and John is subject, and John's action is talking. So this is verb. Another example. Here there is a change. We have found that there is a change. In the first sentence, John is subject and Sam is object because in the first sentence John is talking and Sam is silent. So in the second sentence Sam talks to John. Here we have an example which has there is a change. We are looking at the change that here Sam is subject and John is object. In the first sentence John is in the beginning and Sam is in the end. So here Sam is in the beginning and John is at the end. So here Sam talks to John. Sam talks to John. So here Sam is subject and John is object. So what is the difference between these two sentences? It is very quite clear and easy difference that in the beginning, in the very first sentence, John is subject and Sam is object because in the first sentence John is talking and Sam is silent and he is being talked by John, and in the second sentence Sam is subject and John is object. So because in the second sentence Sam is talking to John and John is being talked, but in the same, in these both sentences the condition is, situation is same because both are talking, their action is same. Here John is talking and here Sam is talking. So this is the difference between subject and object. And then we have another example, and it is very funny example. Here John slaps Sam. Both friends are sitting and as a kidding, John slaps his friend in a friendly way. He slaps his friend Sam. So here John is subject and Sam is object. So John's action is slapping, that he has slapped his friend Sam. So Sam is being slapped, so Sam is object. John is subject because John has done the action of slapping Sam, and Sam is object because he has been slapped by John. So action is verb So what is here? Which is here a verb? Slaps. Slaps, it is the action done by John. Another example here, Sam slaps John. There is another example that Sam slaps John. So we have found a difference that here Sam is subject because in return to his action, Sam slapped John, so John became object. Here, which thing is same in these two sentences, sentence number 3 and sentence number 4, that slapping is the action which is same here. So here they were talking to each other, their action was talking, and here their verb, their action is slapping. So this was the this is the simple difference between subject and object. Okay, we have some more example. We have an example of a person kills the snake. A person kills the snake. So in this sentence, a person who has killed the snake, so that person is subject, and his action of killing the snake, his action of killing, that is verb, and snake has been killed by him, so snake is object. Here snake is object. So if there is another case, if snake bites the person, if snake bites some person and the person dies, so here snake is subject and his biting action is, his action of biting that person is, what is that? That is verb. And the person who dies because of being bitten by the snake, so that person is object. Another example, that there is the word killer and kill and killed person, or murderer or murdered. So killer is subject, kill, to kill, it is verb, and the person who is killed, the killed person is object. So if murderer is subject, murdered object, and murder, to murder, it is verb. Some other example of that we take from our daily life. If some person, for example, there is a person whose name is Jack. So Jack eats apple. Jack eats apple. So here apple is object because apple is being eaten by Jack. So who is eating apple? Jack is eating apple. So Jack is subject and his action is eating. His action is eating the apple. So here eating is verb, and which is object? Object is apple. There is another example. Okay, if teacher is standing in the class and he is delivering a lecture, the students are sitting in front of him, the teacher is delivering them lecture, he is teaching them English. For example, he is teaching them English. So students are all silent and they are listening to him silently, and the teacher is talking to them. So here teacher is subject and his talking to his students is a verb. His action is that he is delivering a lecture, that he is talking to his students. So that is verb. And the students who are being taught by the teacher, so all students are object. Okay, if some person puts a question to his friend, if we have an example, if Ali puts a question to Salim, so here Ali is subject because he is putting a question, he is asking a question, and Salim is object because he is being asked a question, and the action of asking question, that is verb. And then when Salim answers Ali, then Salim becomes subject and Ali becomes object, and he is replying, his that reply, his answer is verb. So in the same way, if teacher asks a question, if he asks a question to his students, then any student among in the class, he will stand and he will answer. When the student will answer his teacher, when the student will answer the question asked by his teacher, then that will be subject, and his narrating and his telling, informing about the answer, that will be verb. So today we discussed the difference between subject, verb and object. What is the difference between subject, verb and object? So subject is door of action. Subject is that performs action. A thing, a person or a thing that performs action is called subject, and the person on which action is done, that is object, and the action which is being done, that is verb. So I am hopeful that today we all have I hope you all have easily understood what's the difference between subject, verb and object.